This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
First Class Metals has announced an upgrade of the Dead Otter Trend within its North Hemlo property in Ontario, Canada, to a high priority target. The decision follows a detailed technical review and the identification of a discontinuous 3.7 kilometre long gold trend, which may extend further. Well, joining us today is the CEO, Mark Sale. Mark, thank you for your time. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Excuse the possible mal-audio, but I'm sitting in an airport.
On your way to Canada, I assume, to go and oversee the start of this program. I mean, the last time we spoke, we did obviously speak a lot about the Dead Otter Trend, the stripping program. We talked about the money you'd raised at 85,000, and you were going to use it to augment and extend the stripping on 4 locations, look at the bare rock, map it, cut some diamond saw channels, and you did say a good channel sample is as good as a diamond drill hole. But you've now upgraded this project here, haven't you? And you're actually planning on doing some real diamond drilling. So what's the reason behind this?
I think it was about time, Mark. I mean, this was our flagship property that we listed on 2 years ago. We put out nothing but good news about it. Of course, there is the nickel up in the northwest, but GT Resources have sort of backed off on that a little at the moment. But we've continued. We've never faltered in our enthusiasm and belief on the Dead Otter Trend. And I have had a number of approaches from people who ask me if I can change the name. We don't pick the names. And the historical showing on the OMI, the Ontario Mineral Index, has it as the Dead Otter showing. So we're stuck with that. And there is a little Dead Otter Lake as well as a Dead Otter Lake. But anyway, I digress. Yes, it's about time that we actually sort of started waving the flag, I think, for the Dead Otter Trend, because I do believe it could emerge as a new discovery. I mean, the 19.6 grab sample, everyone agrees, is the highest grab sample in the area. Hemlo Explorers drilled a hole to the south of us, or is on their property, and that had a 32 grammer in. So we know that there is a gold endowment on that north limb and associated with this arcuate shear. And we've got at least 3.7 kilometres of it on our property and along there discontinuously, as you quite rightly says, but because the outcrop's discontinuous, we have got various gold grades and some very nice anomalous pathfinder elements. So yes, the stripping is, as I sort of alluded to last time we spoke, is not only to expose the areas where we know we have gold grades, but it's also to see if those are the best ones, because certainly at Sunbeam, on the Sunbeam property, the stripping there, the initial stripping was over the harder resistive rock, which we got some good values from. But then we went back and did some more stripping, and we stripped alongside those hard ridges and found significant anomalism in the sheared material next to it, which of course is very sort of erosionally susceptible. So it doesn't form these topographic highs or resistant structures. So yeah, the stripping is going to be focused on what we know, and also one hopes a few surprises.
Well, indeed. So you talked about flag waving there. Is that the main reason why you've upgraded this project now, is to sort of let the market know this is where we're focusing our efforts?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It will be where we're focusing our efforts for the next part of the field season, the summer field season. And of course, as we said in the press release, the stripping will actually give us drill hole locations. It's very nice to say, yes, we've got these 3.7 kilometre trend. We've done enough work on it. It's ready to drill, but that doesn't actually put the peg in the ground. This work we're undertaking now will allow us to actually put a peg in the ground and say, we want a drill hole here.
Exactly. Well, you said that last time. It's to confirm what you do know, but also to find out if there are some better targets. So at the end of this program, then, presumably you'll do your stripping, you'll see what's there, you'll do your channel samples, which you can get then assayed, but you'll also be looking to fairly swiftly plan drill program, would you?
Yes, because unlike zigzag, which we did in the winter, because access was a lot easier on the frozen ground, there's no reason why we can't drill year round with North Hemlo, with Dead Otter. There is an agreement with the First Nations that we won't drill during the goose hunting season, but that's just a 4-week period. That won't affect anything that we want to plan before the end of the year.
Okay, and this program that's now kicked off that you're going out to overseas, expecting to take about 4 weeks, so a fairly swift program. I guess you're not going out for the 4 weeks. What's your plan when you get out there?
I'll be going out to the stripping to see how it is at the beginning, and then I'll go away and I'll have some meetings with First Nations and other people. Then I'll go back again and look at it. I probably won't see all of the channel sampling, but I hope to see the start of the channel sampling. As I say, we're stripping in 4 locations, and one of them is over 1 kilometre from the road, so we have to put a trail into that. But the trail, we will try and hug the structure as much as possible. So we might get a couple of little additional areas of exposure, not necessarily stripping, but areas of exposure on our way into the 19 gram, which, as I say, is just over 1 kilometre from the existing road. So yes, my idea is to go out there, have a look, hopefully contribute, go away and come back and have another look. And we think the actual stripping will probably take less than 2 weeks. And then we've got the channel sampling, washing and channel sampling, which is probably going to take another 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more, depending on the conditions, how far we have to pump the water, just the pure logistics, things like that. Because you need the water for washing, you need the water for the diamond saw. And then, yes, after we complete all that, which we hope will be about 4 weeks, then the samples will go off to the lab.
Indeed. Well, it sounds like Project Management 101 have a lot of involvement at the start, step away from the middle and come back at the end to see it finish. So that sounds good, Mark. I'm hoping we can catch up when you're on site. We can see some of the actual work going on. That'll be really good. I know you're always quite keen, despite the mosquitoes, to get out and indeed do some media for the shareholders there. And then following the programme then, I mean, it is straight back. And when would you hope to sort of announce further plans on the project?
I think... we don't want, whilst we're bullish, we don't want to be promotional. I would like to think that we could look at the next stage in October, or certainly discussing the next stage in October when we have all the results back. Because one of the things we will be doing with the assays this time, we will be doing the standard fire assays, but we will also be doing controls in parallel of the photon assay method, just so we get a better pickup. Because we still don't know what we might have missed, even though we know it's there because we've seen it, literally seen visible gold. I pan gold, and they're not reporting. So that there is this coarse gold issue, which now we've identified, we can start to appraise.
Okay, well, thank you very much for giving us that update today. I do wish you safe travels on your way to Canada, and let's speak next week, Mark, when you're on site.
Great, look forward to it, Mark, and thank you again.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programmes at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.